Who doesn't love a cheesy, delicious dip? And who doesn't love tacos? I mean, seriously, if you don't love tacos, well, then we can't be friends. This dip with brown, bubbly cheeses and the perfect amount of spices like a taco is amazing, and you're going to want to dive right in. So grab a bag of chips or a spoon and let me show you how to make it today on the Stay-at-Home Chef. For our cheesy taco dip, we need to chop up 1 small onion and 1 poblano pepper. To start chopping up the onion, I like to cut off the root end and the blossom end. Then cut that onion in half, top to bottom. Then peel off that exterior. Taking one of those halves, slice that from top to bottom into thin strips. Then line up those strips and finely dice them. You can rock chop that to get those pieces even finer. Slide that diced onion over, and let's dice up our poblano pepper. To cut up our pepper, we're simply going to slice that in half. Go ahead and carve off that stem and those seeds so that all you have left is the meaty flesh. Slice that into thin strips, then cube that into smaller pieces. Now that that's all chopped up, let's head over to the stove. Over medium-high heat, using a medium-sized skillet, we're going to heat up 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm using vegetable oil, but go ahead and use whatever you want and add in those onions and peppers. Saute those for about 7 to 10 minutes until they soften up and get a little bit of color on them. To our onions and peppers, we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, a half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, based on what you prefer. Toast those spices for about 1 minute, which will really deepen those flavors. Lower the heat and then add in 15 ounces of canned refried beans, a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 cup of sour cream, 4 ounces of canned green chilies, and 2 tablespoons of lime juice, which is about as much juice as you're going to get from 1 lime. Mix that all together and let it simmer for about 2 minutes to thoroughly warm. Now we're going to add in our cheese, starting with half a pound of Monterey Jack cheese, and then half a pound of Oaxaca cheese. And if you can't find Oaxaca cheese, you could definitely use mozzarella or asadero cheese. Mix that until that's well combined. Transfer the skillet into your oven, where you're going to broil that for 3 to 5 minutes until that cheese gets bubbly and browned. Garnish with some fresh salsa and cilantro, serve up with tortilla chips, and you're ready to eat. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description below. Be sure to check out thestayatHomeChef.com, where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. We'll see you later.